Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Welcome to our channel. Welcome to the place where we hang out, visit, talk, eat, breakfast, lunch, dinner, tea, matcha, Mountain Dew, root beer floats, whatever it is, Dr. Brown's, black cherry soda, fizzy beverages with fruit in them, whatever it is, guys, whatever it is. Guys, I got something on my brain that I thought we'd talk about because it is questionable about Gypsy Rose. But what else? Gypsy Rose is questionable, but it has to do with Rod. Guys, now I am under the theory that Gypsy was never ABUSED'd physically. I believe that she was brought up with some messed up morals and messed up values, but I believe there was a scam going on that she was well aware of and that she benefited from. I think her mom loved her very much, but I think that her mom was a con artist. I think that there was some things that she probably did to Gypsy that, like shaving her head, I don't know that Gypsy was in on it or that she had much of a choice about it, but I think at some point Gypsy knew, this is just like an acting job, more or less. And if I want these wonderful things and to meet these people and to act silly and sing and make everybody think that they think I can sing, then I'm all for it as long as the attention's on me. So that's who I think Gypsy is, as well as the mastermind who MURDER'd her mom. Okay? And also, she might have had something more to do with it. Allegedly, supposedly, I don't know, but I think I could think it. And I do think that she just didn't hide in the bathroom and go, I don't think that. So I when you put this together and you look at the peripheral, so Christy, come on, man, Christy actually liked Dee Dee. She said that. She said that she used to call Dee Dee Mama Dee Dee, and her kids went there. So okay, so we know this. We also know that when they took off and went to Missouri and got that free house in Missouri, that Rod, he was done. He was done just trying to even spend time with him. But he knew things. If we're to believe Rod, then he was neglectful, right? Because he let somebody tell him when to wish his daughter a birthday and what number birthday it is. Totally neglectful. If he thought his daughter was that sick, where was he? Like, if he didn't think she was going to live a full life, with which I believe that they've said this. I don't know that they've thought this, but I know that they've said this, that they didn't think Gypsy was going to live a full life. Then wouldn't you spend time with somebody who you knew had limited time on the earth, your daughter? But nope. And listen, I know that Rod's business takes him out to sea, but he could have written to his daughter. He could have been on the phone with his daughter. He could have made effort with his daughter. He didn't. And he would have to believe that Gypsy and Dee Dee lived this whole life where Dee Dee abused her daughter. And Rod knew Dee Dee. He knows that, no, she wasn't like that. Because if you thought that she was like that, why did you let your daughter go with her? Like, this stuff can't be making sense to Rod. Rod has got to be thinking, holy fuck, man, my kid who okay, I abandoned and I feel guilty about, but my kid, she masterminded the unalivement of her mom to get the fuck out of there. I don't think for a second that Rod honestly believes in everything that Gypsy told him. He knew that Gypsy knew she could walk. So he knew she was in on the scam. I think that there's a lot of guilt that he feels, but he also has to know that she unalived. She unalived her mom. Now, her mom was there for her the whole time. You weren't, Rod. You weren't there. So do you think she's capable of loving you? Look at the way she loved her mom, who was there for her the whole time. You don't think there's so many years of resentment for her dad not showing up for her that maybe you don't have a little target on your back, Rod? And definitely, come on. Definitely Christy has to have that target on her back, but Christy don't like Gypsy anyway. That's just, you see that. You see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. She got her the way out. I do believe that Christy got her the way out, but just to benefit in all this. And I think this snowball, this monster, this thing has become so unleashed that we're going to be watching something here. But my question to Rod is, she sent pictures to you that were questionable, and they were explicit, and they were actual. And which child does that? You, in her eyes, abandon her. How do you feel safe? I'm just asking, like, how do you feel safe? Your kid doesn't have any fucking respect for you. She doesn't. You know it when you tell her to do something and she totally ignores it. Don't get pregnant. Oh, let's get pregnant. Clean your room. Fuck my room. Come on. Like, you know this already. She doesn't have any respect for you, Rod. And the worst bit is that you really think that that's the type of person that Dee Dee was. When you know Gypsy could walk, because if Gypsy was forced to stay in a wheelchair, if she was forced to stay in a wheelchair, Rod, she wouldn't have been able to walk because she would have no muscle. You know that Dee Dee was fucking obese and sick, and Gypsy was not. And you know Gypsy could have left. Why don't you question that? Why don't you say, honey, man, I know that I let you down, but why couldn't you just take the money and leave and then try to find me? Or, you know, and you really going to buy into that horse shit of your mama said that I was unwanted? Come on, Rod. What are you, a fucking idiot? I don't believe you are. I know that there's like all these red sirens going off inside of you, Rod. Get that girl out your house. There's trouble a brewing. Guys, what do you think? Like, how could Rod honestly think that he's safe? I mean, if Dee Dee loved her and was there for her, then how could she think that the person that didn't want her, and his actions showed that he really, gave up, basically. Sorry, he did. He gave up. How could that be? How could that be all right? Like, so you see what I'm saying? Like, there's so much to this with all the peripherals and stuff. Is it really all about money? I used to think, no, you wouldn't do that to family. No, like, how could you be so detached from family? But, I understand how you could be so detached from family. Not enough to take somebody out, but not put their priorities first. Not that that's okay with me. It's not. It's never going to be okay with me. But I know what that feels like to be on the receiving end of that. So you could either continue on with that cycle and be the cog in the wheel that makes it's like a course. It's like a coercive relationship where somebody has control. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be, family as well. And if you don't do what they say, or, you're kind of like living on. So, I mean, I get that. And with this, it's almost like, is this really just about money? Is it really just, I don't see where Rod has stopped working, or has he gotten anything new? Is there a brand new boat? Is there a brand new truck to pull the brand new boat? I mean, anyway, guys, tell me what you think, because I'm curious. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Thank you, as always, for allowing me to be part of your day. Guys, you like that song, right? Games people play Night or day, they're just not matching. Guys, be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow. Tomorrow.